Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Ringo TV in the building. You already done know what it is. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. We pretty much have an update for you regarding the situation with P. Diddy Dow of Straitway's pastors. Pastor Daniel Muir has confessed to beating his son like a man. We're going to go to the tapes, pretty much find out what's going on, and share our commentary about this, because it's over. Like, it is completely over for Straitway, because it appears that he was probably secretly recorded, or whatever the case is, and they got him. It's over. It's a wrap. So shout out to everybody coming in the building. I'm gonna do just a quick stream. You know what I'm saying? If you see any lagging or whatever the case is, we're gonna take care of that later on in the week, hopefully. I just want to pretty much just get right to the work and just do what we got to do. So without further ado, let's go to these tapes. Let's listen to what the news brief have to say, and then we're going to share our commentary on what's going on.
From Logansport, Daniel and Kristen Muir face felony charges of obstruction to justice. Daniel is also charged with a misdemeanor count of domestic battery. After their inspection, the Department of Child Services says they found more disturbing details about the Muir home. Cody Fisher shares their findings.
Daniel and Kristen Muir walked into a Cass County courtroom in orange jumpsuits just hours after their home was raided by an Indiana State Police SWAT team. During that raid, ISP found their son, who had been missing for 18 days and the subject of a silver alert. Kristen Muir was tearful in the courtroom as the judge sternly denied the couple bond. According to court documents, Daniel Muir had a conversation with his brother-in-law about his son. During the recorded conversation, Muir said he whooped his son like a grown man because of allegations that the teen had inappropriate contact with other children. Muir told his brother-in-law that if they lived in their religious homeland, that his son would be put to death for his acts, but since they live in the United States, they could not put him to death. On June 27th, Indiana State Police and the Department of Child Services met with the Muirs. During that meeting, Daniel and Kristen had different stories about how their missing son had a bruised eye. On the same day, DCS did a home inspection and interviewed several of the Muir's children, who told them that their parents disciplined them by spanking them with belts and a garden hose. They also said their parents occasionally hit them in the mouth. According to Indiana State Police, the Muir family agreed to come in for an interview on June 28th with their son, but an hour before the meeting, the family backed out. That's when law enforcement started the process of getting a search warrant that led to the ISP raid.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Say it ain't so. Daniel Muir basically said in a secret recording that was recorded that he beat his son like a man, because of allegations that there must have been some sort of contact between his son and some other children. But notice, allegations. But when we've been focusing on this case, P. Diddy Dow is busy doing damage control because he don't like the fact that I'm exposing all of this, and he call it allegations. Think about what's being said here. Daniel Muir beat his son like a man and basically said if we were in our homeland, we could put him to death. You know how that sounds to law enforcement? You know what they're gonna do to him? Now they're gonna investigate Straitway. They're gonna investigate Straitway now. They're gonna investigate all the kids. They're gonna wanna find out, are the women okay? Because when you have cult members saying stuff like, well, if we were in our homeland, you know, he would be put to death for this. In other words, but we can't put him to death because we're in America. So what we're going to do is we're going to beat him. We're going to beat him to the point of death. That's what we're going to do. So think about how many people at Straitway was allegedly beaten just like this. Think about how many women been violated and abused because the cult members believe that we got to put people to death because according to the Bible, this is what they did in old times. See, this is why you religious folks are always getting in trouble, because y'all run y'all mouth too much on social media and y'all don't realize that the Bible says to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Y'all stupid. Now y'all finished. P. Diddy Dow. You're going to have a lot of explaining to do when the feds pull up at Straitway and shut it down, because you talked a lot of talk. Michael Israel, oh, that video you made, yeah, we're going to cover that too. Yeah, you literally gave your man a pass. Based on the video, he had a conversation with what appears to be a brother-in-law or something along them lines, and the phone conversation was recorded, which means if you put 2 to 2 together, it appears as if though the brother may have been informed about this beating. It may be a situation where the brother don't even like him. And just to get down to the bottom of what's going on, recorded the conversation. Come on now. And that's what's going on. Because how could you get caught on tape saying that you beat your son like a man? That means that whoever clicked the record button already didn't like you and already had doubts. So they said, you know what? We're going to get this evidence on tape. And that's exactly what they did. So it's over for Straitway. This is just the beginning. Because this speaks volumes to what goes on behind closed doors when the cameras are not on. Kids that are considered rebellious or sinful, the parents really want to put them to death, according to the Bible. And you wondering why in America they target these particular groups. You wonder why they label them cults. Because when you have a pastor who's supposed to be preaching the gospel, who's supposed to be telling people about Jesus, instead he want to kill his son. That's right. He want to kill his son. And he said, well, we can't really kill him in America, but if we were in our homeland, yeah, we could do it. I really want to do it, but I know if I do it, I'm going to go to jail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to beat him up like a man. It's over. It's over for him, y'all.
Teenager from Logansport, Daniel and Kristen Muir, face felony charges of obstruction to justice. Daniel is also charged with a misdemeanor count of domestic battery. After their inspection, the Department of Child Services says they found more disturbing details about the Muir home. Cody Fisher shares their findings.
Daniel and Kristen Muir walked into a Cass County courtroom in orange jumpsuits just hours after their home was raided by an Indiana State Police SWAT team.
How your home was raided, bro? How your home was raided? I thought you guys got guns. I thought y'all about that life. How your home got raided? What happened to all that military training? What happened to all of that, oh, nobody can't step foot on my property? What happened to that talk? They came in and raided y'all, put you behind bars. That shows you that you have no power. All that talk, when y'all doing y'all videos, drinking, acting a fool, trying to make people think that at Straitway, y'all untouchable. But when the law pull up, you don't got no smoke for them. Where the choppers at? Where all the members at? How come they didn't protect you? Daniel, where was your man's P. Diddy Dow? How come he ain't come to protect you? How come he ain't bring one of them guns that's behind him on the desk? How come he ain't bring it out? Where was Michael Israel? All this talk. But when the law pull up, everybody scattered. That's exactly how you guys are. Cowards, beating children and condoning it. So this is how you guys really believe. You really believe in putting children to death due to allegations. Well, what does that say about your house, Daniel Muir? If your son is under your roof and you are the pastor, the head of the house, and your son is engaging in inappropriate contact with kids, what does that say about your leadership? I'll wait. It's over. It is over. I don't want to hear nothing about no videos of, our Shabbat service and, praise the Lord. And, y'all need to come to the Feast of Tabernacles. Fam, y'all done. It's over. Y'all out here beating children like men and basically saying, just in case you now coming into the show, you probably wondering what's going on. Daniel Muir basically said he beat his son like a man because he can't really kill him the way he wants to. He basically said in the Bible, people were put to death for the things that they did that was sinful. And this is what happens when you have these cults. They really want to put people to death. They really want to do that. And it just goes to show that these cults don't really follow the Bible. They don't. Because if they understood, they would know what forgiveness means. They would understand that. Remember the woman that was caught in the act of adultery? What did the Messiah do when the men and the scribes and Pharisees offered to put her to death according to the law? What did the Messiah do? Did he say, hey, pick up those stones and kill her, guys? Yep, she's guilty. No. He said, he who is amongst you that is without sin, and the sin he's referring to is the sin of adultery, cast the first stone. You know why? Because they only brought the woman. They didn't bring the man. How she was caught in the act of adultery by herself. They let the man live. They let the man slide because the man was their buddy. So they let him rock. They let him do his thing. They didn't bring him along. They didn't do that. Why? Because they wanted to make an example out of the Messiah. They wanted to show that, he condemned a woman to death, but didn't bring the man. They wanted to trip him up. That's what they wanted to do. He who is without sin among you, cast the first stone. All the men fled because they were guilty in their heart, because they all slept with that same woman. Remember, he who is amongst you without sin. Context. What are we talking about? Adultery. He wasn't talking about any sin. No, the sin he's talking about is adultery. Who among you without adultery cast the first stone? Because y'all bringing this woman, accusing her, saying we need to put her to death. So if we're going to put her to death, we need to put you to death too. Because remember, we're talking about a sin that is punishable by death. Every sin that is committed is not, according to the scriptures, punishable by death. Learn how to read. So the context is adultery. But when all of her accusers fled, Messiah said, okay, go and sin no more. Your sins are forgiven. So I'm trying to figure this out. The Messiah is forgiving sins, but Straitway want to put children to death. Make it make sense. Straitway want to put children to death off of an allegation. What allegation? Well, inappropriate contact with children. How do we know that's really happened? That's a lie. That's a lie. Because the news media says there's two conflicting stories. They asked Daniel how he get the marks on his face, and they asked the wife, how did he get the marks on her face? Two different stories they got. Two different stories. Where is P. Diddy Dow to talk about these situations? These are no longer allegations. These are facts. He confessed on tape and said he beat his son up like a man. Let's go to the tape.
During that raid, ISP found their son, who had been missing for 18 days and the subject of a silver alert. Kristen Muir was tearful in the courtroom as the judge sternly denied the couple bond.
Denied the couple bond. Denied. These wicked people, bro. And this is what the church do. And y'all worried about the heathens when you got so-called people that claim they keeping commandment keepers abusing children. Make it make sense.
According to court documents, Daniel Muir had a conversation with his brother-in-law about his son. During the recorded conversation, Muir said he whooped his son like a grown man because of allegations that the teen had inappropriate contact with other children.
Allegations. Allegations? So he don't have the proof. So he just have allegations. So you beat your son up like a man off of gossip and hearsay. So that's like, I'm chilling in my house, minding my own business. In my house, neighbor, their daughter tells their parents, Ringo touched me. I'm in my house, minding my own business. I go out to throw out the trash. Neighbor come across wanting to fight. My daughter said that you touched her. I'm in my house. That's an allegation. So you're ready to risk it all off of an allegation. Think about how many people have lost their lives off of allegations, hearsay. Well, I thought they said it. Well, I thought he did that. So where's the proof? And where's the child or children said son allegedly had contact with? Where the children at? And how come there haven't been a thorough investigation to find out about these situations? Where's the proof? Where's the proof of children that have been violated by his son? Because this is how he's trying to spin it. He's trying to say, well, I'm justified because, my son violated a boy or violated a young girl or whatever the case is. Remember in my first video, Remember in my first video, I told y'all, if you can go back to my first video, I said, the reason why he beat that boy up is possibly over some old sexual business, maybe some rainbow activity, something along those lines. Remember I said that first. And now it comes out that the father's basically saying, yeah, you know, I beat him up like a man because there was some contact with children. This is crazy, man. Let's get back to the tapes.
Muir told his brother-in-law that if they lived in their religious homeland, that his son would be put to death for his acts.
What? Hold up. If you were in your homeland, hold on, man. Hold on a second, fam. Let me get this right. If you were in your homeland, you would put your son to death. You would put him to death. This is coming from the father, the one who is a pastor at Straitway. Where's P. Diddy Dow? Where is P. Diddy Dow when you need him? Where is Pastor Dow? Where are you to defend this monster who said, hey, if we were in our homeland, man, I'll put my son to death. That's basically what he said, y'all. He'll put his own son to death. Not forgive him, not get him some sort of help. No, let's put him to death. But because we're not in our homeland, you know what I'm gonna do? Yo, hold him down, hold him. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel, his father, had help. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they tied that boy up in a chair and just started going to town. You got to think about it. This is probably something they done on a regular basis. But it gets more crazy, man, because him saying if we were in our homeland, we would have to put him to death. That means something went down. So there could be a victim, a young girl, a young boy that is at Straitway right now that got violated sexually by his son. And they covered that up too. So now what that does, it brings into question this. Are the children really safe at Straitway? Because if the pastor's son is able to violate the kids, what does that say about protection for the children? That means that other children been violated too. If this is how they're gonna spin this thing, then you should question the safety of all the children at Straitway at this point. Yeah, that's right. No deliverance for the son. Why? They got deliverance service for everything else. But when it comes to the demons that the son carry, oh, there's no deliverance for him. We need to just kill him. If the pastor is willing to kill his own son, then he'll kill you and me. He'll kill you and me. Easy. Why? Because he don't even love his son. The man is a murderer at heart. Look at him. That is the face of a murderer. And guess what? He was birthed from Straitway Ministries. His leader is P. Diddy Dow, the one you know as Pastor Dow. That's right. Now, how does a former NFL player who was once on the Colts and then he ended up joining a cult, how did he become a pastor? How is it that, what's the other guy? What's the other NFL player? The other NFL player that is on Straitway. I forgot his name. What's his name? Y'all know the name? Kabir. Yeah, shout out to Neftali. I see you in the building. What's going on? How is it that listen, how is it that two men that was in the NFL get crowned and ordained as pastors after joining Straitway? You know why? The money. The money. The money. That's it. The money. 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 That's it. It's all about the money. That's the only reason why. These guys came in from the NFL. They had money in their bank account. P. Diddy Dow said, hey, I offer you guys positions as pastors. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the check, man. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for that, man. Ain't no telling how much money they had to pay for those titles. Come on now. The money. The money, man. Listen, religion. Listen, these pastors, man, are always corrupt over money, man. And the man is so corrupt, he's willing to kill his own son for money, to protect the ministry. But thanks for grandma, bro. Grandma, fam. Thanks for grandma, bro. Tell y'all, man, if y'all grandmother is still alive, my grandmother passed away. You know, my mom passed away. But if you still have your grandmother alive, bro, you need to visit your grandmother, fam. Visit your grandmother, man. Go give your grandmother a hug. Tell her you love her. Tell her, hey, thanks for, you know, all that you done for me, for helping raise me up when mom was acting up, cooking food, buying clothes, you know, the discipline, whatever it was. Make sure you thank your grandma, man, because I'm gonna tell you, if you really be honest with yourself, your grandmother always looked out for you. She always did, always loved you. When everybody else hated you, your grandmother really did love you. She always did. And because of the love of this grandmother, she reported this to the police. She didn't have to do that, but she knew it was right. The only godly person in this situation is grandma. That's it. The only one. Grandma is the only one that looked out for the young man. P. Diddy Dow wasn't there. P. Diddy Dow was busy protecting this monster right here, this animal, this creature, this disgusting pig, beating children up like a man. If the young boy inappropriately touched children, why don't you just get him the proper help? What happened to deliverance? What happened to casting out demons? What happened to forgiveness? Where's the fruits of the Spirit? Where is it? How come they didn't practice all that stuff they preach? So this is how they handle stuff now? Hey, somebody get out of line, kill him. That's crazy, man. Let's get back to the tapes.
But since they live in the United States, they could not put him to death. Is that the teen had inappropriate contact with other children. Muir had a conversation with his brother-in-law about his son. During the recorded conversation, Muir said he whooped his son like a grown man because of allegations that the teen had inappropriate contact with other children. Muir told his brother-in-law that if they lived in their religious homeland, that his son would be put to death for his acts. But since they live in the United States, they could not put him to death. On June 27th, Indiana State Police...
So, let's get this straight. Let's rewind that back. Let's break this thing down, y'all. Y'all got to understand what's going on, because I'm gonna show you how what he just talked about is in connection with P. Diddy Dow. Let's put this all together, man.
Teen had inappropriate contact with other children. Muir told his brother-in-law that if they lived in their religious homeland,
he told his brother-in-law
that his son would be put to death for his acts. But since they live in the United States, they could not put him to death.
Wow. Which mean, in order for him to even come to that conclusion, he had to get counsel from P. Diddy Dow. He had to call up his pastor, y'all. He had to call up P. Diddy down and said, look, my son did X, Y, and Z. What we got to do? Well, you got to put him to death. But according to the law, we can't really do that. But if we were in our homeland, we would have to put your son to death. So I guess the appropriate thing right now is just to beat him, beat him to a pulp, just beat him like a man. Call me back when you're done, and we'll just clean this up, kind of move forward. But don't tell nobody now. Don't tell nobody what we talked about, because we got to keep this thing quiet. The young boy that may have allegedly got violated, just keep that quiet now. We don't want nobody to know about him getting greased up. We don't want nobody to know about that, because if Ringo get a hold of that online, it's going to be a problem for us. If the law get a hold of that, we're going to be in trouble. Social media get a hold of that. They're going to be making videos. There's a lot of other content creators that's going to be talking about this. And we don't want this out there. If it's a young girl, just bring her down to Tennessee, bring her down, and we'll kind of coerce her into understanding that God, is still with her, and we just need to keep this quiet. Okay, so you gather a couple of the guys, y'all go to town, bruise him up a little bit, and then we'll convince him that it's his judgment from the Lord. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Because if you go back to the original tapes that we reviewed, the boy told the grandmother that the father and them said that this is something good for him, which means they beat him and then tried to make him believe that biblically this is the just judgment for him. And they tried to make him not speak. That's pretty much what's going down, y'all. Let's get back to the tapes.
June 27th, Indiana State Police and the Department of Child Services met with the Muirs. During that meeting, Daniel and Kristen had different stories about how their missing son had a bruised eye. On the same day, DCS did a home inspection and interviewed several of the Muirs' children, who told them that their parents disciplined them by spanking them with belts and a garden hose. They also said their parents occasionally hit them in the mouth.
So you would beat your children with a garden hose. Let me get this straight. So you guys are beating children with garden hoses, slapping them across their mouth. You guys are really abusing children. You know what I mean? And I don't know who said that. Let me see. Hold on a second. I'm not sure how to pronounce this name. Is that Terentia? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. But someone said the Sports Illustrated article spoke of child sex abuse and how Dowell said the victim had the Jezebel spirit. Whoever have that article, y'all need to send that to me at my Instagram account at Ringo TV Raw. You need to send that so that I can review that bit of information. So I need to know if that's, out there, because that's crazy. So you mean to tell me someone get abused and then you say, oh, they got the Jezebel spirit? Whatever happened to casting out devils, deliverance services, laying on hands? See, all of that stuff goes out the window when it's real life. But when they're on social media, they try to make it seem like, everything is about the power of God, the anointing. There's no power at Straitway. If God is at Straitway, you would not have a situation like this. You would not have that. If God is at Straitway, you would not have a pastor beating his son up like a man and then saying the reason why he did this is because he really wanted to kill his son, but because he can't kill him, he figured, hey, the next option is to beat him, almost to death. This is crazy.
According to Indiana State Police, the Muir family agreed to come in for an interview on June 28th with their son, but an hour before the meeting, the family backed out. That's when law enforcement started the process of getting a search warrant.
They backed out because the bruising and the swelling was freshly developed. So if they would have came down there with the boy, it would have been a wrap. So they waited. And while they were waiting, it was buying them time to apply the ice pack, to apply, some cocoa butter, some medication, to get his vital signs corrected, to possibly, minimize the severity of the injuries, so that when law enforcement catch him, it's not like, oh, that's what they were trying to do. If they would have brought the boy in with a swollen head with a knot on his eye, it's a wrap. They would have been taking photos like crazy. The only photo we got is the one the grandmother took. That's the only photo we got. That's it. I'm telling you, these guys are evil, man. And again, P. Diddy Dow is the one who is the head pastor in charge. So before Daniel Muir can take these kind of actions, trust and believe, he's going to contact his pastor. He's going to contact P. Diddy Dow and be like, look, my son allegedly violated some boy or some girl, and it's been going on for a minute. I just learned about it. What should we do? P. Diddy Dow said, we need to put him to death. I got a cemetery out back by my house. We could probably bury him there. Trust and believe, that was in their conversation. They had that conversation. But then they probably said, you know what? The spotlight is on us too much. Rather than putting him to death, because we could easily do that and then put out a missing person report. We can do all of that type of stuff. Remember, them guys be building houses, laying foundations. They could put the body underground. Nobody would know. Nobody would know, fam. You understand? They kill you out there and throw you in the ground and fill it up with cement. It's over. You're down there. Nobody know. Right? So they thought about it. It was across their mind. This is why it was on the phone call. So what we can expect moving forward is they're going to release the tape. They're going to release the tape to the public. Probably already did. Maybe it's out there right now and I just didn't see it yet. But they're going to release that tape and you're going to hear him saying this. I believe that he's going to be doing some sort of time. They're going to investigate Straitway as a whole because of what went down. When something involves children like this, it's going to be a sweep on the whole cult now. Because now it's like, if this is what's happening with the pastors, then the children are in danger. And who knows what the son already said concerning his father. Probably said, look, he beats me like this all the time. Not only me, the other kids. Because in the report, it says that the children were being beat with garden hoses. Garden hoses, fam. They would take a garden hose, and beat the children. This is coming out of Straitway. Straitway beats children. And see, this is why a lot of people be having such a problem with the Bible. They have such a problem with pastors and preachers. See, when I make these videos, right, I'm not condemning the Bible. That's not what I'm doing. I'm a Bible believer myself. My point is, you have a lot of wicked pastors out here. You have a lot of cults. You have a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing that they were not appointed by the Most High, right? All of these pastors that have all these churches, they're all false prophets. They really are. You know, we're in the last days. When you see mega church pastors and they're making millions of dollars and you know, everybody's in designer suits, Those are not real pastors. Those are businessmen. It's a business. Church is a business. They don't care about saving anybody. The problem is people love hearing doom and gloom. People love hearing a sad message. People love hearing about how I'm struggling and I'm suffering. So the pastor said, you know what? I could start a business. I could start a business and make people feel good, play some music, hire some musicians. All the musicians will be with the Rainbow because they make the best musicians in the church. That's a fact. So I'll get all of them to play the music, put them under a particular spirit. Now think about that. Think about where your music is coming from. Your music is coming from the Rainbow. So while you're in church all emotionally high, you got put under that trance by musicians that don't even live according to the Bible. You're concerned with trap music and drill rap, but you should be concerned about that gospel music in the church. Hello? Whoever makes the music, there's a spirit on them that will put you in a particular zone. And this is why it's so easy for churches to make so much money, because they use the music to get the tithe money out your pocket, to get the offerings. And the one who always benefit is always the pastor. The pastor is the one who always benefit. The pastor always lives in the best home, drives the best cars. Have you ever looked at yourself and think about how much you struggle? You can never go to any of these pastors and say, look, I don't got no car. I've been tithing all this time. I've been giving offerings. Is it possible that you guys can buy me a basic car? I don't even want no big major car. Just something for about 12 grand, 15 grand. I really need it. I got a family. You know, the church is not doing nothing for you. I guarantee you, go to any mega church pastor and ask them to buy you a car because you're a tither. They're not going to buy it for you. They're going to tell you to pray to Jesus. But when the church need money, they don't pray to Jesus. They come to you. They come to you through television and radio and social media and say, could you please donate to our ministries and our church? We are having a funding for a new plane. That's right. Our church is basically in Atlanta, Georgia. And we specialize in healing services, and we have the love of Jesus Christ in our heart. If you can find it in your heart today to send a love gift, a love offering to our church, we will be greatly appreciative. And may the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob bless you richly. Thank you for your support of our ministry. That's how they do it. And if you want to donate today, you can call our toll-free number at 1-800-JESUS. And we will take all your money today. That's how they do it, man. Why do you think P. Diddy Dow in his recent videos was talking about there's going to be a block party at Straitway? That's a distraction. How you having a block party and a man just finished beating children? How? How? Fam, we're gonna be doing another reaction video of, you had this white man who, P. Diddy Dow, I don't know how dumb he is. He put him on his channel. You have a white guy who he put on his platform giving a testimony of what it's like to be a slave at Straitway. He didn't say a slave, I'm adding that in, but he literally made a post, and I think it have to do with pastor or elder or whatever his title is, Kabir, and how he bowed down to him as his master. He bowed down on his knees for a man, bowing down. I thought you supposed to bow down for Jesus. Then the Bible says every knee shall bow and confess that Jesus is Lord. So why y'all bowing down to a man? According to this white guy, he said that at Straitway with Kabir, that he get a $50 allowance a month for him and his family. And here's the kicker. $50 a month allowance, but a $300 alcohol credit. So let me get this straight. I get more money for alcohol to keep me drunk and only $50 to maintain a family? And the clown was on video talking about, yeah, I get Netflix. I'm able to play an Xbox. I could go down to the gym, and it's all provided by the church. They provide Pampers for my kids. I'm like, dag, bro. Like, you really are enslaved, man. $50 a month, y'all. We're gonna do a reaction on that video. It's sick. It's really, really bad. $300 alcohol credit, but $50 a month. Yeah. I don't know why he put that video on his platform. He should have never did that. He probably figure, hey, if I expose myself first, it'll prevent anybody else from talking about it. No, you just embarrassing yourself, fam. That's sick, you know? But anyway, let's get back to this tape, because we gotta understand the magnitude of the problem here, man, because the news media is gonna release the audio soon. I can't wait for it to be released, where we're gonna hear him make these shocking remarks.
From Logansport, Daniel and Kristen Muir face felony charges of obstruction to justice.
Felony charges. And make sure y'all get the likes up, fam. You got 700 people in the building. Let's get these likes to 1,000, fam. I need you guys to support the work that we're doing over here, fam. So if you came into the building, you like the content, click that like button. Share the videos. Those of you on the Ringo TV Raw channel, make sure you thumb up the video. And if you want to see the footage of what I'm showing, it's on the Ringo TV Reactions channel. I'm streaming on 2 channels at the same time. Let's get back to the tapes.
Daniel is also charged with a misdemeanor count of domestic battery. After their inspection, the Department of Child Services says they found more disturbing details.
More disturbing details. It couldn't get any more worse. More disturbing details, which mean other children are being abused.
At the Muir home, Cody Fisher shares their findings.
Daniel and Kristen Muir walked into a Cass County courtroom in orange jumpsuits just hours after their home was raided by an Indiana State Police SWAT team. During that raid, ISP found their son, who had been missing for 18 days and the subject of a silver alert. Kristen Muir was tearful in the courtroom as the judge sternly denied the couple bond.
Denied the couple bond. He had some troll in the chat, just got blocked. Imagine that. Here I am talking about a pastor that's abusing children, and you have some clown that comes in talking about, oh, you're discrediting a black church. Ain't that shocking? A black church. So they're condoning children being abused by this monster right here. This is supposed to be a mother. The mother is supposed to love her children. It took her mother to call the police because she couldn't do it because she don't even have no love for her own son. It took grandma to do the right thing. This is why I keep saying the grandmothers are the real mothers, man. Because a lot of the mothers, man, they drop the ball, man. They don't love their kids. They don't, because they're following these ninjas out here. And in most cases, she's being abused herself. I could just imagine if Daniel is beating up the son, he's most likely beating up the wife.
According to court documents, Daniel Muir had a conversation with his brother-in-law about his son.
Bad idea. Should have never did it, dummy. You should have never did that. You broke the rule. Number 1 is keep everybody out your business. Keep everybody out your business. You discussed it with the brother-in-law. And I can guarantee you the brother-in-law hit you up. Probably was like, yo, bro, what's this? What's going on, bro? What's going on, my nephew looking like this, fam? Why his face looking like that, fam? Yo, you got to explain this one to me, man. You got to explain why his face looking like this, bro. What's going on? Let me get this tape ready. I'm going to call him right now. Let me get this thing. Get the recorder ready. Yeah. All right, press record. Yo, yeah, Daniel, what's good, bro? why my nephew face looking like this, fam? You what? So hold up. You beat him like a man because you claim that he had some sort of contact. Contact with who? Who he had contact with? Who else is in the house that he had contact with them? And where did the contact take place? Where did the contact take place? Did it take place at Straitway in Tennessee by P. Diddy Dow's camp? Because maybe it did. Maybe, check this out now. Check this out. Maybe Bryson allegedly had some sort of contact with somebody at Straitway in Tennessee by P. Diddy Dow, and they probably beat him up over there, then brought him back down by the grandmas, right? And then when they realized grandma wasn't having it, when they left, they figured, hey, she's gonna call the cops. So let's switch vehicles. And that's exactly what they did. They switched vehicles, y'all, because law enforcement was on their ASS ASAP. Soon as grandma made the call, law enforcement was there within minutes, pulled over the vehicle, and was like, where's Bryson? Where he at? Where he at? He wasn't in the car. Why? Because Daniel got him out the car. Some old mafia type work they doing, bro. Now, if you a pastor and you doing what you believe is coming from the Most High, why you hiding? Why you running? Where's your backbone? Stand up like a man. You say you beat your son up like a man because he did X, Y, and Z. Okay, own it, bro. Just stand firm. The law come, you be like, yo, I did what I had to do because I'm a man of the Lord. Y'all ain't do that. Y'all ran like cowards. This is what Straitway is about, y'all. They beat children, possibly beat women, because I heard of allegations of women being beat. I heard of that many different times, of women being beat. Let's get to the tapes.
During the recorded conversation, Muir said he whooped his son like a grown man.
Like a what? Like a grown what?
Because of allegations that the teen had inappropriate contact with other children.
Uh-oh, other children, more than one. Uh-oh, more than one. So his son was putting heavy meat in children. Basically, that's what he's trying to say. He's saying, basically, his excuse for beating his son up like a man is because he's claiming that his son had contact with children, more than one. Okay, who are these children? And why haven't P. Diddy Dow addressed this situation? Come on, y'all. If children are involved, man, how come P. Diddy Dow haven't addressed the kids, man? So you mean to tell me there's a possibility that a young boy got violated? He got violated viciously. Or a young girl, and nobody said a word. But yet when you go to his channel and you look in the comments, you see all these people praising him all day. All praises, shepherd. All praises, pastor. When children are being abused. And this is the same pastor. Listen, y'all, check this out. This is the same pastor who put out a malicious video accusing me of violating kids. Fabricated a whole video off of gossip, bochinche, and put it out there and was on camera like, yeah, Ringo likes children and Ringo is this and he have a fetish for kids. All lies. Now look at you. Your whole church is crumbling because your own pastor beat children. And now he's trying to put allegations on his son that his son is messing with children. Think about how the Most High work with you hypocrites. Think about it. You do all of this dirt and you speak all this evil, and now it's affecting your own house. That's how the Most High work. While you out there talking all that crap, lying, slandering, doing evil, now look what happened. His own son is allegedly messing with kids. How come Diddy Dow ain't making videos about that? How come Diddy Dow ain't exposing Daniel Muir's son by saying, oh, he's messing with kids? Talk to me. How come he's not doing it? How come P. Diddy Dow didn't kick Daniel Muir out the church for beating children? If that man is beating children, how come he ain't kick him out the church and remove him from the position of pastor? He removed Pastor Rufus. He kicked him out of the assembly just because he didn't like what he had to say. But in this case, you got a man physically abusing children. You can't have that in the church. So how come he ain't doing nothing about it? How come he ain't saying nothing? Come on now. This is nasty work, guys. This is disgusting. Imagine a pastor. This man is a former NFL player, 300 pounds, 6 foot, whatever, put hands on his son off of an allegation. Is that allegation proven to be a fact or just hearsay and gossip? Because you're going down, buddy. You're going down. Trust and believe that. And I can guarantee you, matter of fact, what is that brother's name, man? Let me see. It's this other content creator, bro. I want to make sure I give this guy some credit, bro. Let me see. Hold on a second. I'm going to try to see if I can find this brother's YouTube channel. Let me see. Let me see. See if I can find his YouTube channel. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know the exact video. Let me see if it pulls up. Where is this guy's channel? Because he was talking about it too. And I want to make sure I shout out his channel. Can't find it. Oh, there you go. There you go. Shout out to the YouTuber Prince of Power. All right, hold on a second. Let me get his video because I want to make sure I give some credit where credit is due, because I always give people their credit. All right, let me see. This is his video here. You could check out his video in your own timing, right? He did a video about P. Diddy Dow as well, sharing his thoughts about the situation. And basically it's like he's covering the story as well. And I want you to show his channel some support as well. He got a couple of videos. He did a couple of videos about the situation, and it's very, very important. Very important. I think this is the latest video here. Maybe this is the one that I was really trying to get here. I think this is it. Let me see. I think this is the video here. Yeah, I think that's the video. One of his latest videos, right? But show him some support as well, because he's putting in real work. His commentary on the situation regarding Diddy, Dow, and Straitway, Goshen with Pastor Daniel Muir is something you should check out as well. It's over. It's over for Straitway at this point, because they are involved in some very ungodly practices, ungodly activities. And based on the brother's video, he talked about a lot of different things. And one of the things that you got to look at here is, I think he said something along the lines of, again, check out his video, but he said something along the lines of, could you really trust Daniel Muir if he comes back to Straitway? Because at this point, was it him who said that? I'm trying to see, was it him or was that other dude? I'm not sure if it was him who said that, so don't quote me on that, but I'm not sure if it was him or it was this other guy, but they said something along the lines of, can you really trust? You said it was him? All right, so then it was him. All right, cool. All right. So basically what he said is, can you really trust Daniel Muir when he come back to the camp? Because at this point, he probably working with the feds at this point. They probably said, look, we know what you did. You're going down. So to save yourself, we want to know what's going on at Straitway. We need to know what's going on. So talk to us. You got to give us something, man. Something. What's going on? What's really going on at Straitway? Can Pastor Dow trust Daniel Muir? Think about that, man. Can he trust him now? Michael Israel, where you at? We coming for you too. Yeah, we saw that video you made. Yeah, we're gonna review that video too. Yeah, You were doing damage control for your boy. What are y'all gonna do? How y'all gonna trust your man now? He coming back from the feds. You know he talking. You know he in there making deals. You know he want his freedom. You know he out there selling y'all out right now. Man, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Daniel selling y'all out, bruh. Man, can't trust nobody. Can't trust nobody, man. He right now talking to the feds right now, giving them the whole layout. Because when they got you behind bars, man, it's a whole nother world, man. It's a whole nother world. You want your freedom. All you want to do is go home. You just want to be free. You just want this to go away. So they're probably like, look, we need to know about what's going on at Straitway, who's funding this operation, what's really going on with the kids. Because now what's going to happen is they're going to dig up everything. Remember, P. Diddy Dow, he's not a smart guy. He literally will make videos talking about, don't put your name on nothing, right? In other words, how to own nothing. Wait, I'm not sure how he said it. Own nothing, but control everything. Something along them lines. We did a video on it already, where he basically said, we don't keep our name on nothing at the camp, at the cult. In other words, the cars, the houses, it's all under some other name. This is why when you watch the whatchamacallit videos, what is that thing? If you watch the, what am I trying to say? I'm lost my train of thought. The videos that I made where he was talking about don't own nothing, but you run everything. He basically is trying to say that having stuff in your name is going to bring things back to you. You're going to be liable for it. So if you have it in some other name somewhere else, they can't really tie it to you. So if you watch the news media, there you go, back on my thought. The news media was saying that the car at Straitway Goshen is in some sort of organization's name. that organization is possibly some sort of LLC or something that the land, houses, property, cars, it's under something, some sort of trust, C Corp, whatever, you know, I don't know what it is, but they got it under some name. And this is how they're hiding the ministry. This is how they're hiding. This is how they're getting around being tax exempt. P. Diddy Dow love to say stuff like he's not a 501c3 church. Well, it's impossible for you to be tax exempt if you're not 501c3. So he could technically not be 501c3 under his name, but under another alias, a corporation, some sort of name somewhere else, yes, he can. You know? But see, here's the problem. He's not a smart guy. And I'm reading your comment on the Ringo TV Raw channel. Someone says, own nothing, control everything, but other people do this too, like a trust. We're not talking about other people. The topic is not about other people. Topic is about a ministry that is a cult. Topic is about a ministry where children are being abused. Perhaps you should stay on topic. Do you understand? We're not talking about people that have situations going on in their life where they're doing things the right way. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a possible criminal organization that is hiding their properties, their financial matters, and everything else. They have it hidden under the table while children are being abused. That's what we're talking about. You know? So that's going to eventually happen soon. They're going to end up raiding Straitway, Tennessee, and they're going to seize all computers. They're going to seize everything, because based on P. Diddy Dow, he said nobody at Straitway have driver's license. The children that are being born on the land, they don't have birth certificates. So my thing is, how are these children going to be able to function in society if they don't have birth certificates, social security numbers, driver's license? How are they going to function? How are they going to open a bank account? How are they going to do the basic things that we do every single day? How are they going to live? And if P. Diddy Dow dies, right, who's going to inherit the land? Whose name is it under? Because based on the video that the white man have on his channel, the video with the white guy that was talking about he get $50 a month, $300 allowance for alcohol. In that video, the white man said he don't really care about inheritances. He don't really care about land. I'm like, you're a dummy, because if you're a man and you have a child, you would want your child to inherit something if you were to pass away. So P. Diddy Dow basically have all of these members at his cult working hard labor and giving them $50 a month. That's what's going on. And he appointed different slave masters in different communities. This is why you have Kabir. He's overseeing another slave camp. You have, Daniel Muir. He's overseeing another camp. And pretty much all of them are slave masters. They hide behind the guy's pastor, but really it's master. Pastor, master. That's what it really is. Because the white guy said that he bows down. That when he see Kabir come, he get on his knees and he bows down and he hail his master. And he said the reason why he do that is because he's seen Kabir do that to Pastor Dow. Where in the Bible did it say to bow down to these damn pastors? Where does it say that? Where in the Bible does it say bow down and worship a pastor? I don't know where it says that. That's crazy. Let me see. Y'all can still hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. Need to make sure. I don't know, for some reason my soundboard is not working. Let me see. It's not even moving. It's like my controls just died. Doesn't matter. I can still close out the show. I just can't switch back to the news brief. Let me see. Video play. Oh, so I could do it manually. Oh, you can hear me? Okay. For some reason, the control just died. I don't know what's the matter with it. But let me see. I'm just going to leave it like that. We already saw the news brief already. I can control it from here either way.
Muir told his brother-in-law that if they lived in their religious homeland, that his son would be put to death for his acts. But since they live in the United States, they could not put him to death. On June 20th.
So they wanted to put him to death, y'all. They wanted to put him to death. Listen, they wanted to put this boy to death, fam. They wanted to put him to death and said, you know what? We can't really do it. We can't put him to death because if we put him to death, we're going to all go to jail. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat him with my hands. Almost to death, but not to death. That's what I'm going to do. That's what they did, guys. If we were in our homeland, we could kill him. So P. Diddy Dow and his head pastors were literally plotting on how they was going to kill Bryson Muir. That's crazy, bro.
7th, Indiana State Police and the Department of Child Services met with the Muirs. During that meeting, Daniel and Kristen had different stories about how their missing son had a bruised eye. On the same day, DCS did a home inspection and interviewed several of the Muirs' children, who told them that their parents disciplined them by spanking them with belts and a garden hose.
Spanking them with belts and a garden hose, guys. Spanking them with belts and a garden hose. You can't make this up, man. I don't know, bro. But anyway, we're gonna get up on out of here. Cause you know my controls are all messed up. I can't even click my laughter tracks. I was trying to click my laughter tracks and other, sound effects, and I noticed it wasn't even going off. But it is what it is. All I gotta do is just plug it out, plug it in, and it'll come back on. But I don't want to try that right now while we're streaming, and it end up messing up. Let me ask y'all a question because I don't even know if it happened. Let me see. Was there any lagging during the stream? Was there any lagging during the stream? Because I wasn't even paying attention. No? So everything was good this time? Oh, well, then that's good. That's good. So let's not even say nothing. Let's not even say no more, fam. That's good. So we had a good day. I didn't call the internet company. I just wanted to know if there was any issues. I don't know what's going on, but Anyway, we're gonna get up on out of here. If you supported the stream, I'll shout you out in the next show. I don't know where I put my phone. Put it somewhere. I don't know where I put it. But we're gonna keep you updated on what's going on. We got more content coming up. I gotta get me something to eat. Yo, time flies by, man. Man, time be flying by, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but time is flying by. Real by. Weather in North Carolina is totally different than New York, man. It's crazy. Like, it'll be sunny and hot outside 1 minute, and then it'll just get cloudy and start pouring. And when it rain, it rain. It ain't no light rain. It rain. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. And the wind be blowing. So if you have a house and you got any sort of light material things hanging around your house, it'll blow that down the street to your neighbor's house. Yeah. Let me see. Somebody said, Mr. says, even though I came late on this stream, but thanks for the info. Well, I appreciate you for stopping by. You could just catch the replay. Shout out to everybody in the building. We had about 700 people in the building. Again, guys, as you come into the stream, please hit that like button. It's very important that you do that. That is how, the way it works, ladies and gentlemen, is like this. Look, let me make this very clear. Without you, right? I can't do this. You have to understand that. You, the viewer, is what make the YouTuber. Always understand that. It's not the YouTuber make the viewer. It's the other way around. The viewer make the YouTuber. That's how it works. In order for the videos to reach people, in order for these videos to get pushed by the algorithm, it's gonna take you to click the like button. When you click the like button, it tells YouTube that we want more people to see this video. That's pretty. I just heard my phone, man. Hold on a second. I just heard my phone. That could be a signal. Hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let me explain that. My apologies. The way it works is when you click the like button, it sends a signal to YouTube so that they know you're enjoying the content. So the more people that hit that like button, the more YouTube says, hey, something's good going on over there on Ringo TV Reactions. Let's see what's going on. Or he got a live stream going. Hey, let's share that video with other viewers that are looking for good content. And then now those videos, whatever video I'm doing, is gonna be suggested to people on YouTube. So you could be coming on YouTube, you scrolling, you'll see my video on the side, Ringo TV's live. Like, who this guy? I don't like him, but hey, let's check it out. And then when you click, you might end up liking my content. So the like button is very, very important. You know, I'm not just saying click it because I just like likes. No, that's how we get the videos out there. I'm not one of those people that just want to get likes. Having a bunch of likes don't mean nothing just to have likes. The likes is what get the algorithm to push the videos so people can come view. That's the purpose for it. You know what I mean? It's not like Instagram where women post images of their body and they're waiting for a like. I don't do that type of nonsense. You know what I mean? So that being said, I appreciate everybody that, you know, hit the like button, that support the show, and so forth. We'll be back later on with more content and whatnot. I got a couple of more videos that I got to do, and we'll keep you updated with what's going on. Hey, I found my phone, so let me see if somebody supported the show. That way I can shout you out now rather than later. Let me see. Okay. All right. Shout out to Sherelle for the support. Oh, I can't even use the claps. I was trying to use the clap sound effect. I can't even use the clap sound effect. So again, my apologies. But shout out to Sherelle, the moderator, for the support, and shout out to Jacqueline for her support on the show. So I appreciate all of y'all. Again, I don't got the sound effects. You know, I would give a clap, thunder, lightning bolt, whatever the case is, but it's just not working. Like, it's just, the soundboard is not working. I don't know what it is. See, it's lit, but it's not working. Let me see the light. Nothing's working. I'm pressing the button. Nothing working. This is crazy. I don't know. I really don't know what's happening with it. And I don't want to plug it out and plug it back in because it's going to probably shut the whole stream off. Whatever's going on, I'm just going to leave it like that. Let me see. Shout out to Quentin. Shout out to Quentin, bro. Appreciate the support. Again, you know, I'm going to shout y'all out again once I get things situated in the next stream. You know what I mean? Okay, so what do we got? Yeah, Dowell's in trouble. He's in major trouble. There's no excuses at this point. There's nothing he can really say. At this point, he's supposed to just close up shop, go on a hiatus, and just kind of wait for things to cool down. Because at this point, the credibility of that ministry is over. Once children are being abused and there's a cover up, because clearly there's a cover up. There's no denying it. At this point, you got to understand there's a cover up because he's not speaking on the issue. This is no longer an allegation. He's on audio recorded by the brother-in-law saying that, yeah, I beat him like a man. You know how that's going to play out in court when the judge hear that? It's over. That man going to jail. He going to prison. He's going to go to prison, y'all. You know, he's going to go to prison. They should make the wife go with him. They're going to probably be lighter on the mom, which is typical of what they always do. But they should give her the same kind of time they give him. Even though he the one that, you know, administered the abuse, she should still get something too, you know, rightfully so. And yeah, it's over for Straitway. This burden that's on their back right now is not going to be erased. They will always be remembered for this. And because P. Diddy Dow is not addressing this like a pastor, his credibility is all messed up at this point, because he was saying that how we got to apologize because it's not true. The other pastor, Michael Israel, or whatever the case is, he was like, oh, I don't got nothing to say regarding the situation. I'm just going to wait for everything to come out. I'm just going to wait for when Daniel Muir is able to speak with us, and now we can pretty much talk about it. No, everything is already out there, man. You guys have a responsibility to the public. You have a responsibility to social media. It doesn't matter if you don't like me. Y'all don't have to like me, because I don't like none of y'all. But the point is, y'all on social media claiming that y'all pastors, claiming y'all got a ministry, a church, and y'all running a cult that's beating up and abusing children. And for all we know, there's other children that may have been violated by Daniel Muir's son. So somebody got to talk about these issues. Who are those kids? And what is their safety like? What's going on with those kids? Who else was violated? If he beat his son up because some other children was allegedly violated or touched, as he said, who are those children, and did y'all get them any help? And why the pastor is not talking about it? Why all of those pastors over there is not talking about it? Come on now. What's going on? Think about that, y'all. How come nobody's talking about these things? Everybody's quiet. Why? Because somebody's kid probably got abused, y'all. Somebody's kid got abused, and everybody's silent on the matter. So what does that say about the church? This is how they move, man. They move dirty, man. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here. It is what it is. Somebody on Ringo TV Raw says this guy got some weird energy. Some other person says this dude is weird as F, but I like him. Let me help all you guys out. Let me do this real quick. I'll help all you guys out. Add all of y'all right on the block list, right? Because it's interesting how two people saying similar comments. So that's somebody that's looking for some attention. So pretty much I gave y'all what y'all needed. Just join the block list, right? So, hey, I'm going to catch y'all on another stream, Ringo TV Raw, Ringo TV Reactions. So make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. It is what it is. We don't have no time to play with trolls or any of that nonsense. Like, seriously. So, again, peace and blessings to the people on the Ringo TV Raw channel. The real people, not the trolls, not people coming up in there just doing a bunch of stupid stuff. I don't got no time for that nonsense, man. You know, like real talk, right? So I'm going to close out the Ringo TV Raw channel. So come on over to the other channel, right? Peace and blessings, right? We out. Okay. All right. So now, final thoughts on the situation. It's over for Straitway. At this point, P. Diddy Dow have to come forward and have a humble spirit and say, look, guys, you know, I really apologize to the public, the media, the news, and everybody that may have been affected by the situation with Pastor Muir. We at Straitway are cooperating with law enforcement to do their investigation regarding the situation, and effective immediately, Daniel Muir is no longer a pastor at Straitway. We had to remove him until further notice due to the investigation. It has come forward that he did, in fact, abuse his son. And we take full responsibility for what's going on. He got to come out and do something. But even if he do that, his credibility is still destroyed, because I would never take them serious. So it doesn't really matter what you guys do at Straitway. I don't really care. You're done. You guys came out here being boastful, arrogant, wishing evil on people, speaking evil of me personally. And now the very thing that you accuse me of, right? It's affecting your church. Ain't the Most High good? Ain't the Most High good that a man can slander another man with false allegations and lies and gossip? And then it comes up that in their church, they're responsible for doing these things. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing? You guys need to spend less time drinking alcohol and more time drinking water, because y'all are drunk on pride and arrogance. And that's the reason why all of this mess is coming your way. So that being said, guys, y'all take care, do what y'all need to do. My controls, like I said, is all messed up. So I got to figure out how to do my outro because it's just crazy. So I'm going to sign out. I got to do my outro manually by finding it on OBS. Hopefully I click the right thing. Next time I click a button, something pop up on the screen. They'd be like, hey, yo, what's that? Ringo exposed, you know? So you got to be really careful. Yeah, they drink all the time. They're always drunk, you know, always drunk. So, yeah. I wonder if I plug it out and plug back in, would it work? I could try it right now because the show is pretty much over. So it ain't really nothing I can mess up. So I'm gonna try to plug this plug out and see if it works, right? Let's see. Because we at the end of the show. So even if I do it now, it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm not gonna mess nothing up. Even though, like, let's say the stream shut down, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna see if I can gain access to this and get back my soundboard. Let me see. Okay, I just plugged it out. All right. So now I'm gonna plug it back in. Hey, yo, plug it back in. Hey, yo, whoa. What are you saying, Ringo? Plug it back in? What? Hold on, I can't even reach it now, man. Reach it? Say it ain't so. What? Hold on. Got all these wires over here, man. Hope I don't mess this up. Now y'all got me sweating now, man. Let's see. Ain't nothing come up. Ain't nothing come up, man. Screen is blank. Can't use it. Well, at least I tried, so now I know it don't work. Let me see what people saying. Y'all laughing at me still? Come on, man. Y'all laughing at me? I'm doing all of this stuff live for y'all, man. Y'all gonna be laughing, bro. All right, so manually, I'm gonna shut it down. So y'all take care, man. Ringo TV Reactions, Ringo TV Raw. We already done closed out the Ringo TV Raw. So I'm gonna close it down manually, right? So y'all take care. Peace and blessings. We'll be back later on with more content. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $ Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.